This is Cigar Journey. Welcome to the Graffiti Jungle, another episode of Tangential Thoughts Chat Show. The Cigar Talk podcast. I'm your chief, Jahar. Paulo Pulingue. Benvenuti nella giungla del graffiti. Welcome to the Graffiti Jungle. Pensieri tangentiali, tangential thoughts. A podcast sui cigari. Cigar Talk podcast. Sono il tuo capo, Jahar. I'm your chief, Jahar. So I posted a video. I painted the Bugs Bunny shirt live. And then after I painted the Bugs Bunny shirt live, I earned my cigar. So posted a video for that. But I reached the daily upload limit, so I wasn't able to break it down into shorts today. So we'll do that tomorrow. So is it my fault for the delay? Technically, yes, because I uploaded so much. But is it my fault for the delay? No, YouTube has restricted me to an upload limit. So, it's not my fault. I ain't taking accountability for that. I would have uploaded over 100 videos yesterday. Easily. The second time I did that, I would have uploaded over 100 videos if it wasn't for YouTube. In one day. So, apparently, Plan B. So the other day, when the presidential election was going on the side of the screen, it said doom spending. So people are spending and buying things in case of emergency. Doom spending. So I hop on Threads today and somebody says, I'm a doctor, not your doctor. Plan B has a shelf life of 4 years. 4 years. So I'm saying, like, why is that important? Like, why is that important that Plan B has a shelf life of 4 years? Go to the comments. Pharmacist here. That's just the guaranteed shelf life. Especially pills can be effective longer than the date that's printed on. Don't throw it out after the date if you cannot get a new one. Store it in the dark and not too hot or cold. Beware. If you are above 150 pounds, you might need 2 if it is past the shelf life. You might also double to make sure you get the effect. To store 4 pills. Or more if you have friends to care for. So, apparently, women about to be out here, I guess men could too, stocking up on Plan B. And there's a lot of people talking about other ways to get it. They're like, you can get it on Amazon. There's places, if you look on Reddit, there's places you can get it for free. So I guess this is important because of abortion. And they thinking that, it's going to get banned and they're not going to be able to get abortions again. So, pro-life or pro-choice? Pro-life or pro-choice? Now, one of the people who are proponents of abortion, one of their big things about it is, that means they're also pro-choice. And one of the big things is, they always, I don't want to say they always, but they sometimes, I got to qualify my statement. They sometimes use the extreme cases for why you should get an abortion. Now, those are extreme cases. Not to say that it doesn't happen, and it doesn't happen more often than it should, but in an argument, the extreme can't be what you base it on. Now, more oftentimes than not, it's, I made a decision and I don't want to live with the consequences. Majority of the times, it's I made a decision and I don't want to live with the consequences. That has its own pluses and minuses there. Pro-life or pro-choice. Because that life doesn't have a choice. Then they start debating on when does life begin? Is it at birth? Is it when the seed is planted? So, that's what they're scared of. So, it takes two to tango. Now, one of those good questions is, would you marry the last person you slept with? Because a lot of times, I don't say a lot of times, but, sometimes, depending on who it's with, it's like, yo, I want to keep this. For whatever reason. But for some reason, it's, with this person, I wouldn't want to keep this. So why'd you go down that road? If you knew that was a possibility. They say that you are free to make whatever choice you want to make. You're not free from the consequences of it. Que sera, sera. Whatever happens, happens. And so I would just jump on the ledge and say that most of the time, were you thinking before you acted? Because is it hard to act and not think? I mean, every word you speak was a thought before it was a sound. Anything that is created, anything that you do, you telling me that the body just moves on its own? There's no thinking involved? I'm saying most of the time. Now, sometimes you have a split-second decision. And if there's any, you know what I'm saying, my advice would be, if there's any hesitation about this decision, then don't make it. So now, since plan B is an option, if you got a habit that you can't afford, if plan B is an option, why did you not choose that? Because your plan A wasn't to have a baby. So why didn't you just have a plan B available? Especially if you knew that you weren't going to be protected. If you weren't going to be protected, that gives you a little safety net. It's interesting. You know, the things that will be be bought in bulk because of the economic situation or what people perceive may happen. It may never happen. No. If you just say, you know, it's her body, her choice. Again, she had a choice to not do this action, except of the extreme cases. So with any argument or debate, you don't want to have any logical fallacies, so take on the extreme cases. Have plan B available, right? Um, but that also, you know, falls down on the man. That also falls down on the man. So men shouldn't just be out here taking. It's a lot of things too. What you call it here. However, you can't stop somebody who wants from doing what they want to do, right? Control what you can't control. You can't control another person. The best thing you can do is control yourself and your setting. So I'm trying to go on the other side and look at the other perspective and say, okay, in those extreme cases, this should be an option. Not adoption, because it's the carrying for 9 months. Shouldn't have to go through that. Especially if something happened out of your control. So should we have it? That option. I'll say this. If you can afford an abortion, you can afford 10 Plan B pills. Minimum.